It's 5 o'clock on a Wednesday, and it's time for
Craig and Ryland's Magic Review Show.
I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
And welcome back. We're going to be looking at 4 items today. We got some really good stuff that we're looking at this week, haven't we? And something that's had a lot of hype about it that I'm not that impressed with. But we're going to open up with one of the best downloads that I've seen. A lot of people actually went onto the comments in the review shows and said, "Hey, you need to look at this. You need to look at this." I've looked at it. He's looked at it. We're blown away. We're going to start by looking at that download right now. Okay, so the first item we're going to be looking at is John Carey's Stealth, which is an ebook that you can get directly from John. I'll put the link down below in the description, but it's not available on any dealer's websites. It's only available directly from John. And you guys actually brought this to our attention because a lot of people in the comments were like, "Oh, you need to look at Stealth. You need to look at Stealth." Gotta be honest, even though John is a British magician, I'm not really that familiar with his work. I've seen some of his DVDs, I've seen some of his books, and I've been very impressed. There's some very clever thinking there, but I'm not overly familiar with the stuff that he does. So I didn't know what to expect with Stealth, and oh my gosh, it's really good, isn't it? I mean, it's really good. Are you going to perform it, and then we'll talk about it? Ryland is going to perform it for you. He still actually doesn't understand why it works, do you? I don't really fully understand why it works. I understand the principle behind it. I've studied the principle a little bit, but this doesn't make any sense to me. Look, I tell you what, let's not tease it. Perform it for everyone, and then we'll talk about it. Go.
Right, I've got 2 packs of cards. Which one do you want to do the magic with?
The red one.
The red one. Okay, so I'll put the blue one there.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Right. So I'm going to take the red cards out of the box.
Yeah. Can you remember how to take cards out of the box?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay. Right, okay. I'm going to give the cards a cut.
Alrighty. Yep, that's fair.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take the Joker out.
Yep. Love it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want you to shuffle the cards.
Shuffle them?
Yeah.
I am a master shuffler. Just shuffle them like this, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Okay?
Yeah?
Yeah. Now, I want you to deal the top 5 cards face down so I can't see them.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to look away and I want you to look at the biggest value card.
Look at them and remember the biggest value card.
Yeah?
Yep, got it.
And remember it.
Yeah, I've got it.
And then I want you to add the other values up.
Okay, yeah, done that.
And put the cards on top of the deck.
Okay, yeah.
Okay?
Done.
Good. Right. Now remember that you could have picked any card you wanted to.
Yeah, that's right.
You could have made any number up.
Yeah.
You shuffled the cards.
Yes.
It could have been any number. This is fair.
Yeah, this is very fair. Yeah.
Yeah. I even gave them cut.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
What was the number?
21.
21. What card was it?
The 9 of hearts.
Okay. Deal 21 cards down.
Deal 21 cards from here.
Yeah.
Okay, face down or face up?
Face up.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This is the 21st card.
Yes. Look, are you ready? You ready?
Yeah.
Now remember all the stuff that you've done?
Yeah, shuffled and all that, yeah.
Turn it over.
9 of hearts, position 21. Boom. Well done, buddy. Well done. There you go. Sarah, look, your mom's smiling at that one. She's not seen that before. I got a smile from your mom, which is good. Okay, so that's Stealth. I mean, what you just saw there is a complete and full accurate performance of that trick. It's incredibly clever, isn't it? How easy is it, first of all?
Easy.
It's completely hands-off. It is completely hands-off. It uses a principle that's been around for a long time, but John has applied it in a completely different direction. I will tell you that this deck is set up. This deck is set up, but only slightly. What you could do with this is, they are regular cards, there's no gaffs. This could be set up in like 5 seconds. So this deck can be set up in 5 seconds. This deck would take about a minute to set up. So if you're in the middle of a performance and you wanted to set this up in the middle of a performance, you'd probably need about a minute. My idea probably would be to use this as my regular deck, have this set up specifically to do this routine, put it to one side, say that you're going to get back to this, do whatever you want to do with this deck of cards, put it to one side, and then go into this routine, and that'd work absolutely fine. But I mean, it's really easy, isn't it? I mean, it's really, really easy. It's described as an any card at any number, and I suppose in a way it is. It's not your traditional any card at any number in the, you know, look, this is a deck, name a card, name a number. But how they do it is very fair because they genuinely shuffle the cards. They genuinely pick any card. They deal 5 cards. They shuffle the cards. They deal 5 cards. They think of any one of the cards. They add up the other cards, and that card will appear at that position down in the deck. It's that clean, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, one thing that you do need to be bearing in mind is that the person who shuffles the cards is going to have to do a mix like that. You're going to have to get them to do that sort of shuffle, aren't you?
Yeah, but they don't have to do a bridge. They just can go. They can shuffle it and then just push the cards.
Yeah. Now, just in case people are thinking, well, what would happen if you are at a gig and you're trying to do this and somebody can't shuffle the cards? There's a couple of different options. The first option is
you could the cards.
Well, I was thinking you could do Juan Tamaritz's thing. Juan Tamaritz does this thing where he does a Pharaoh shuffle, which is the equivalent of a waterfall shuffle. So he does a Pharaoh shuffle and he says, look, these cards are, look at that, perfect Pharaoh shuffle, boom. Every time. He does this and he says, now push them together, mush them together. And he gets the spectator, yeah, it's perfect, no, I'm not cheating. He then gets the spectator to push them together like that, and they feel like they've shuffled the cards. That's the one way you could do it. The other way you could do it is a Rosetta shuffle. And a Rosetta shuffle, by the way, perfect again, thank you very much. The Rosetta shuffle is, I'm not going to go into it now, but you kind of smush the cards around like that and you push them together, and it's the equivalent of a waterfall shuffle. So there are ways of doing this without actually getting them to do a waterfall shuffle. So that's not an issue at all. This is 10 quid. It's a 10 quid, 3-page ebook. John has put a lot of time and effort into coming up with this routine. It's very clever. It's one of those routines that's, you know, if you like any card at any number, this is great. You know, it's really clean. It's really hands-off. It allows you to focus on the presentation. You don't know how it works. I don't really fully get how it works, but are you tired?
No.
Would you like to go to bed, and shall I finish this show on my own, shall I? No. Sarah, I think he needs to go to bed early tonight.
No problem.
No problem. Yeah. So what are you going to give this, Ryan? I think this is exceptional. I really do. I think this is even better than the automated ACAN from last week, and I thought that was good. What are you going to give it? 100%. 100% from the Kid Magician, and I'm going to give it like 93%. I think this is so clean. I love the 2 regular decks. You just grab a couple of decks of cards. You're ready to go anytime, anywhere. It's highly recommended. It is called Stealth. It is an ebook. It's available now directly from John Carey. Okay, so the next review we're going to do is Charming Chinese Challenge by Troy Hooser, and there's a reason why I'm actually reviewing this for you guys. I get a lot of people commenting on this channel about wanting to get into coin magic. I am a coin guy. I love coin magic beyond any other type of close-up magic. I love coin magic, and I think a lot of people know that. So they say, "How can I get into coin magic? What's the best way to get into coin magic?" I think that one of the best routines that you can learn to get into coin magic is Charming Chinese Challenge by Troy Hooser. Now, I learnt this many, many years ago from his book Destroyers, which was put out by Vanishing Ink. I think it was written by Joshua J. And that was put out many, many years ago. They then reprinted it a few years ago, a couple of years ago now. But it was the first trick in the book. And I remember learning it and then going to the card collection, the bond agency, and getting the Chinese coins that I needed. And I went to a haberdashery and I got the ribbon. And I've been doing this for so long. Well, recently, about a year ago, Vanishing Ink put out it as a standalone product because it's not available in the book anymore. You can't get it in the book. They put it out as a standalone product with the coins and with the ribbon. And you know what? I recently got myself a set of the Vanishing Ink coins. These are way better than the coins that I was using. And the ribbon is the perfect length. And I recommend everybody get one of these sets because this is, in my opinion, one of the best coin routines ever. So the reason I'm reviewing it is, one, if you guys want to get into coin magic, this is a great routine something to actually buy to put into your act, because it doesn't use any gaps, it doesn't use any gimmicks, it teaches you the basics of sleight of hand with coins, and it's a really engaging plot. So I'm going to perform it for you, and then I'm going to talk about how much I love it. And the other thing is, you do a lot of coin magic, but you do a lot of coin magic with gaffed coins. You do a lot of stuff with shells and Akito boxes and stuff. And I've said to Ryland I want him to learn to do this as well. So this is your next coin trick that you're learning, isn't it? Yeah. So let me perform it to you. So Ryland, I've got 3 coins. They are Chinese coins. You can check them out, make sure they're okay. They've got holes in the middle. And hopefully you can see that.
Making sure they're the same length.
They are indeed. Now here's what I want you to do, buddy. You've also got a ribbon. What I want you to do is take the 3 coins, and I want you to stack them up, and then I want you to take the ribbon and drop the ribbon through the coins, so that the 3 coins are actually down on the ribbon. Now, there's a couple of reasons why I get Ryland to do this. The first reason is, I got to be honest, I really struggle at threading coins onto a ribbon. But the other reason is, that way we know they're on there. Now, the reason that Chinese coins have got a hole in the ribbon is because in the olden days, they used to take coins, put them around their neck, and put them on ribbon and put, well, it was string back in the day, as a display of wealth. And the more wealthy you were, the more coins you had around your neck, and the more neck problems you had. But there's an old Chinese coin puzzle, an old puzzle, and I'm going to see if you can figure out this puzzle right now. So Ryland, you put the coins on the ribbon, is that fair? Yeah. The idea is very simple here, my friend. You have to try and figure out a way to get the coins off the ribbon, okay? But there's certain things that you can, and you can see that they're really on there, yeah? There's certain things you can and you can't do. So, for example, you can't slide the coins off the ribbon. That's not allowed. That's cheating. Likewise, you can't cut the ribbon, so you can't take a pair of scissors and cut. And you also can't blowtorch through the coins. So if you've got a blowtorch in your pocket, you can't blowtorch through the coins. With that in mind, how would you get the coins off the ribbon? There is a way.
Chew the ribbon.
Nope. Can't break the ribbon in any way. Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Hold your hand out. That hand there, so that the camera can see. We use magic. I want you to watch.
I know.
What?
Magic.
Yes. Watch. Keep your hand nice and flat. No, keep your hand nice and flat. Nice and flat. Watch. If I just do this, I can cause that first coin to melt right off the ribbon. Now give it a pull. Are those 2 coins really on there? They really are, aren't they? It's not like it's an optical illusion. Ryland, drop that coin right there. We're going to try and do it again. What I want you to do this time is just take these 2 coins and pinch them like I have between your thumb and your forefinger, nice and tightly. Watch. 1, 2, nice and tightly. 3. That's the second one off the ribbon. And he looks very confused, which is good. Move your hand out of the way. I'm going to show you the easy way and the difficult way to take the coin off the ribbon, okay? This is the easy way. Ryland, just tell everyone, is that coin really on that ribbon? Yeah. It's not an optical illusion. It's not a topological illusion. That coin really is on the ribbon, right? Yeah. Watch the coin. Let go of the ribbon for a minute. I'm not that good. Watch the coin. You see, if I just take this coin and rub, when I do, I can pull the coin right off the centre of the ribbon. But this is an optical illusion. The coin didn't really come off the ribbon. You see, if I touch the ribbon back to the coin, you can see it really is on there. So the only way to get the coin off the ribbon for real is, well, the hard way. Hold your hand out for me. Squeeze tightly. Turn your hand over. Squeeze those 2 coins really tight. You see, with only using 1 coin, there's no way I can cheat. So watch. You're going to use this hand as well. Watch the coin. Watch the coin. You are feeling sleepy. You will give me all your money. Not worth a try. Give it a pull. Is it really on there? Give it a pull. Yeah? Okay, let go. You're going to do this one yourself, buddy. What I want you to do is hold on to the ends. And on 3, I want you to pull vertical, not horizontal. Pull straight up. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. I bet I'll make it go back on. Blow. Oh, hang on a minute. That's weird. Well, hang on a minute. You were holding those 2 coins at the very beginning, and open up your hand. Have a look. It can't be. You've got 1, 2, 3 coins. Come back over here. That is Charming Chinese Challenge. It is such a commercial routine. Everything's examinable at the beginning. Everything is examinable at the end. It's an interesting... No. Come on, we're reviewing this. Everything's examinable at the beginning. Everything's examinable at the end. You just put the coins away in your pocket. You put the ribbon away in your pocket, and you reset, ready to go again. It is completely angle proof. The moments where you were doing the penultimate phase where the coin was going on and off the ribbon, you can skip that phase if you want to, because that's the only angly part of the routine, and you can skip that, and when you've pulled the second coin off, you can go straight into the finale where they hold on to the 2 and you pull the last one off, which I do sometimes if I'm completely surrounded. I'll just miss that penultimate phase out. That's the only angly phase. The rest of it is completely angle proof. It's a very engaging plot when you bring the coins and the ribbon out. My 2 favourite types of magic are coins across because I love that moment where the coins go into the spectator's hand at the end. And I also love ring on string because I love the moment when the ring goes on and off the string. This combines both into a really cool moment of magic. It really, really does. So it's a very engaging plot.
With your angle, it's good for close-up.
Yeah, it's great for close-up, man. It's great for
As
close-up.
long as you're careful with your angles.
You know, you've been thinking about angles a lot recently, haven't you? The other nice thing about this is it happens in the hand of the spectators. They hold on to the coins as the coins are coming off the ribbon. They hold on to the ribbon when the coins are coming off. They hold on to everything at different points of the routine. They hold on to so much stuff. You don't need a table at all. It can be completely done in the hands. There's just nothing to not like about this routine. It is really, really, really strong. It really is. I've played with other different ways of doing this and having jumbo coins to finish, but I always keep coming back to the original routine. And the download that comes with this, I checked it out. It's very, very good. It's very, very good, in fact. And the props are quality. They'll last you forever. So if you want an amazing coin trick, and if you don't do much coin magic, this is a great routine to learn to get into coin magic. It really is. And you'll find the reactions are just superb. So, you know, we wanted to shine a light on this because now that Vanishing Ink have brought this out as a standalone product, I really do think everyone should be doing this. You are going to learn it, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're super excited about learning it.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
I think it's very good.
You got any questions about that routine? Because I have been doing this for years. I will bestow upon you my wealth of knowledge that I have coursing through my veins. You can ask me any question about this trick and I'll answer it right now. You got nothing. You got nothing at all. Nothing that you want to know. I'm going to give this 100%. What are you giving it?
I'm going to give this 100.
100% from him, 100% from me. If you want to get into
I've got a
coin,
question. Is it good for stage?
is it actually? That's a very good question. Short answer.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Well, the answer is it depends on how big the audience is. If
Yeah,
you're
as long as you have a big camera, you're fine.
yeah, if you had rear projection like we have sometimes, then it's pretty cool. But if you're doing it like on a stage and there's no cameras or anything, then I think that you'd struggle, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
It's great for parlour, you know, like a smaller audience. It's also great for a smaller cabaret show. But you know what? I used to do this in a kid show. And I had the kid come up and I get the kid to hold the coins, and one at a time, the kid was pulling the coins off the ribbon. Because you normally only have 20 or 30
You've
people
said
in front.
bye-bye for that for about a year now.
What, doing kid shows?
Yeah, you said bye-bye to that.
Yeah, for a while. Well, I'm doing virtually, but whatever.
Almost a year. Until March. Well,
Should we move on?
Yeah.
100% from me, 100% from you.
Yeah,
Let's move on to the next review. Okay, so review number 3, we have the FlipBook by Jota. Now, we're a big fan of Jota on this channel. We have reviewed many of his items and given really high grades to a lot of them. This is one that's been out of stock everywhere, and it's really in demand. So we're going to do a performance of it. We're going to perform the routine, and then we're going to go through what we think about it.
Right, I've got FlipBook, Daddy.
Okay.
I've got FlipBook. And
Yeah.
I've got an old man. And he can draw things. And the things that he draw come to life.
Are you serious? What a clever old man.
Right. Do you have a ring?
Yes, I do. There you go.
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, I'm going to put the ring in my hand.
Okay.
Okay, and I blow. Dun, dun, dun.
Well, the ring is gone. Where'd my ring go?
Where'd your ring go? I don't care about your ring.
Don't you?
No,
Okay.
I don't care about it.
Okay. I believe that.
I don't.
Okay, just get on with the trick.
Okay, right, so do you see his paper?
Yeah.
Yeah, look. He's drawing, you see the box?
Yeah.
Well, he's drawing a present with a ribbon on. Wait, he's took the pencil off. Oh, he had some pink. Okay, now he's doing some blue. What the hell? That's impossible. What?
No way.
Grab it, take it out, take your ring. Take it out. Take it out.
There it is. My ring. Fantastic. Right, okay, so that's the FlipBook, right, by Jota, and I was super excited for this coming because it sounds amazing. The whole idea of borrowing a ring and having it disappear and having it reappear in the FlipBook sounds really great. And I know you've got some issues with this, and I'm going to let you talk about them. The one thing that I will say is when Ryland did this trick, he first of all, he did a vanish, just a standard normal vanish. When you do the FlipBook, you are meant to actually do it in the box, and he didn't. What you are meant to do is you're meant to show the box, drop the ring into the box, and you're meant to actually have it in there, put the box to one side, show the flick book, and then have the ring disappear, and then once it's disappeared, have it appear inside the flick book. There's a reason why we didn't do that, and that's going to be the first problem. I'll address the first problem. My problem is a bit different to yours, and then you can talk about what you're not particularly too keen about on it. First of all, we had this, and we rehearsed with it for about 3 or 4 days, and it's already falling apart a bit. This box here, first of all, the whole idea behind it, this is a very gimmicked box. I mean, it's a clever idea, the fact that the flip book actually fits inside the box, and you take the flip book out and you put it to one side, then you can use the box to vanish the ring. It's a really nice idea, other than the fact it's a bit flimsy. It's made out of just like cardboard, and it's kind of falling apart now. If I did it, it probably wouldn't work very well. And the more you practice with it, the more that will happen. The other problem that I've got with this is when you drop the ring in there, you've got this very nice sound illusion. So when you do the vanish and use this box, you say, can you still hear it in there? Listen. And you can have it disappear. It's really, really nice. But he talks about giving this box to an audience member to hold on to. I really wouldn't feel comfortable giving this. So they drop the ring in the box and then they hold on to it.
They'll be shaking it around, like when they're watching, they'll be like moving it.
Yeah, well, when it's okay them shaking it when they think the ring's in there, but once it's vanished, that's not okay in my opinion. But also the fact that they're holding it, if you're not careful, like I could just hold it. I gave this to Mommy to hold, and it immediately opened up. And maybe that's because we've used it a lot, and we've used it a lot, and we've used it a lot. But this should be lasting a long time. But when we first opened it, that didn't happen, and the gimmick stayed in place that you need to open to do the vanish. But after a little while, it's now very, very loose, and you give somebody this box, and it just opens up, and they see something they're not meant to see. So that's why we didn't use this, because every single time we shot it with this, it just didn't look very good. And it kept opening when it shouldn't do. Then you've got the flip book. Now, you had several issues with this. Go on, talk to me about your problems. What are your problems with it?
Right. It's bendy. It's bent.
It is bent. I mean, it's a similar sort of problem to this. You've been practicing with this an awful lot, and it has become... I mean, he says in the instructions, don't bend it very far. You've been very careful to not, like, really bend it.
I'm not going, like... I'm just, like, doing it very loosely.
Yeah, and even then, it's still kind of falling apart, this one as well. So I agree, the first problem is it's very bendy. Also, you can't, because it's a flick book, the thing that makes Cartoon, for example, so great is everybody can see it when you flick through it. Because of how this works, you kind of have to kind of, it's very kind of one-on-one or two-on-one. You'd have to do this, if you had a group of 5 or 6 people around, you'd have to pick one person to do this to, and then everyone else would just you wouldn't be able to do it again. You'd have to be able to do it once, because the whole idea is when you flick through to see the ring, you couldn't then go, well, we'll leave that ring there and we'll do it again. So, that's a bit of another issue with it. It's a very one-on-one type thing. It wouldn't be good for big groups. What were your other problems?
Can't be examined.
That's a big one for me. It can't be examined. When you end up in a situation where you flick through, and the ring, the box opens up and then the ring's in there, and they reach in and take out the ring and they look at it, they can't even come close to examining this. They can't touch this.
And
they can't anywhere near it.
They can't really get it out, because sometimes, for me, it just slides out.
Yeah, when you were doing this on me and I was trying to get the ring out, it was really difficult because I've got big hands.
And when I was practicing, it just went...
Yeah, that's the other thing, by the way. How you load it in there is very clever. I have to be honest. How you load it in there is very clever. It's like a 1-second load to load it in there. But the problem is, when you come down to this point, it can fall out.
Right here, then they're trying to go...
They can push it out, yeah.
It'll just open the paper and it'll just go... Zoop.
And the other thing is, I don't think it's as impressive as, it's at the end of the day, people know that this flick book, you've got the animation of the box opening. But in reality, it's a ring vanishing from a box and appearing inside a flick book. And it's obviously a special flick book because there's a hole in it where the ring is. And they can't examine it. But my other issue is it's not that strong. The flick book's there on the table. You, on this very show, you reviewed and performed Ringing the Bell, where you get the bell and you ring the bell, you take the ring and you take the bell out and you ring the bell and the ring disappears. That's way better than this. That's way better than this because they are convinced that the ring's there. They're convinced that they're holding the bell in their hand and they're ringing it and trying to bring it back and it's not working. And they look in the bell and the ring's there. And when they look in the bell and the ring's there, they can examine that at that point. They can look at that bell. They can see that it's actually inside there with the ring in there. It's examinable. This is not, it's not that impressive compared to ringing the bell or compared to Nest of Wallets by Nick Einhorn, which is the way that most people do, or any version of the ring flight like Prop Dogs is my ring flight of choice. But any ring flight, there's a million different ways of having a ring go to an impossible location that's better than this. When you actually think about it, it's a little flip book, and as I say, it's been designed. I showed this Sarah. And obviously, she's a bit of a she's not a magician, but she's not a layman. She knows more about magic than most magicians know about magic. She's been around it her whole life, or at least her whole life married to me. And she
not
looked.
when she was a baby.
Not when she was a baby. She looked at this and she was like, "Well, that's a bit rubbish." It's just obviously that the book has been designed to do this. And if you give it to them and they open it at the back, which you could do with a ring, they'll immediately see how it works. They'll immediately see how that works. And look, as I'm doing it, it's broken again. It's broken again. That part of it is now broken again. So it's falling apart. It's not cheap. It's not a cheap trick. It's not even as impressive as some tricks that are a lot cheaper than that. It's going to break apart very easily. Have you got any other issues with it?
Yes, but I've forgotten the last one.
You've forgotten the last one. You had another issue, but it wasn't that important. It's just not very good. Maybe I expect more from Jota after seeing the Dream Box and the Note Bill and all the other stuff he's put out. Maybe I hold him on a higher pedestal. But there was a big buzz about this, and I'm just really disappointed. It's going to fall apart. It's not worth the money that you're going to be paying for it. For the money that you pay for this, you could buy yourself two amazing books. And you could buy yourself that coin trick that I just did and have a far better routine and way more fun than just buying this. You're going to buy this, you're going to play around with it for a bit like we are. You're going to initially go, oh, that's quite clever. Oh, I love how the vanish works. Oh, that's really clever. You're never going to do it. You're never going to do this in the real world. What are you going to do? Carry this around? You're going to put this in your pocket? You're going to carry this in your pocket? No, you're not. No, you're not. And it's too small to do in like a parlour show or something like that.
And it can't fit in your pockets.
It's just...
As long as you have a big pocket, it'll fit in there, but it takes up most of your pocket space.
I wouldn't want to take up my pocket space with this when I've got pocket space when I'm at a gig is an absolute vital thing. I don't want to shove this in the pocket and take up vital pocket space.
Yeah, you'd rather put coins and cards in your pocket, wouldn't you?
Exactly. I'm going to give this 30%. It's not a diss on Jota. I think he's a very good creator, but I just think he's missed the mark on this one. I think this is very weak. It's 30%. It's not very good. What about you?
I like it, but I'm not going to perform it. Over 80, perform it. I like it, but I'm not going to perform it. It's under 80, so 79.
I think that's generous, to be honest, right? But okay, 79% from you. You like Jota, though, don't you? You like his stuff. 79% from him. 30% from me. I'd just save you money. It's so expensive. Go buy something that you're actually going to do and not shove in your bottom drawer. Okay, so the final review, we have the Roulette playing cards by Mechanical Industries. Now, I am a big fan of Mechanical Industries. You've got a pack of cards by Mechanical Industries. The ones that animate.
Is it the Shiner deck?
The Shiner deck, yeah, the Shiner deck. They make some of the coolest playing cards, and their kind of USP is that when you riffle the cards, they animate.
One like that that's gone in the bin though. They got all bent.
You wrecked them, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah. Like black ones that spun round and round.
Yeah, I've got some more, but I haven't given you another pack of them because you'll wreck those as well. But I'm a big fan of Mechanical Industries. If you saw the review for the coin and ring thing last week, where the coin and the ring fused together, that's actually a Mechanical Industries thing. Because all of their tricks are designed to kind of go together. And what I mean by that is, the coins that they supply are actually used on a lot of their playing cards. They supply a gaff deck of cards that allows you to do a whole bunch of stuff. Really clever stuff that they do. Anyway, this is their latest deck of cards. It's called the Roulette playing cards. As with all of their other decks, they animate. So you get this lovely animation of when you riffle through the deck, you get the lovely animation of the...
you can't really see them.
Yeah, I'm going to bring the camera in close in a second, but you get a lovely animation of the roulette wheel spinning around. But it comes with a 2-hour download as well. And that's what I love so much about mechanical industries.
I haven't actually seen this trick yet.
Well, here's the thing. When you buy a deck of cards from somebody else, and this is, by the way, just a regular deck of cards, but when you buy a deck of cards from somebody else...
When we do the performance, it's the first trick that you can...
I know, you've not seen this at all, have you? It's you buy a deck of cards from somebody else, you get the deck of cards, that's it. But with them, they put together so many extra ideas, and there's a 2-hour download with this. I'm going to perform one of the routines off the download, just a nice simple thing that makes use of the animation on the roulette wheel, and then we'll talk about what else you can do with it. Okay, so I've got a pack of roulette cards here. You've never played roulette, have you, Ryan?
No.
It's a very interesting game. You take a little ball, you throw it on a wheel, it spins round, and it lands on a number, and you put chips down on a number on a board, and if you put them down on the number that the ball lands on, you win. But what's interesting about these cards is each one of them has got a roulette wheel on the back of them. Don't you think that's pretty cool?
Yeah.
They're all roulette thing. I mean, it's a normal pack of cards. It's a normal pack of cards. But I quite like the Joker. Have a look at the Joker. It's got a little hand holding a roulette ball. Do you think that's cool, or is that just me? I'm going to show you something, and you are going to pick one of these cards. Is that cool?
Yeah.
And you can pick any card you want to. There you go. So I'll just spread through the cards. Grab a card. Take it out. Very good. Show the card to the camera. Do not show it to me.
Might have to look at it.
Yeah, look at it. You got it?
Yeah.
Can I have the card back? I'm going to pop the card down about halfway. Is that fair?
Yeah.
About halfway?
Yeah.
Cool. Right. We're going to try and do something here. We're going to have a game of roulette. Would you like that, Ryan?
Yeah.
I'm going to leave your card somewhere.
Even though I've never played.
Even though you've never played, we're going to play virtual roulette. Because what's nice about these cards is when you flick through them, they animate. Have a look. Let me show you what I mean. I'll do it to the camera. Can you see that, sir?
Yeah.
When I flick through them, it actually animates, and it looks like the roulette wheel goes round and round.
Yeah.
That look pretty cool?
Yeah.
So we're going to try and do something, right? Do me a favour, as I go through, just say stop.
Stop.
Okay, so you just stopped on... The ball ended up on number 15. Ryland, number 15. If you'd stopped one card before, it would have been number 5, but ended up on number 15, right? Yeah. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, you're probably wondering where the ball came from. Well, it actually went from the Joker. You see the hand's not holding the little ball anymore. That's where the ball went from. It went from the card over on here next to number 15. Yeah? But it landed on number 15. Check this out. I'm going to deal 15 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What was the name of your card?
8 of diamonds.
Boom. There you go. Right. So what did you think of that, Ryan? Did you like that?
Yeah.
Isn't that a really cool trick?
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen it.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
I love the fact that...
I like the fact where it's got the Joker, and the Joker's like...
I've got to be honest with you, I added that in. That was not there, that was not part of the routine. But the two Jokers, they actually have supplied a Joker holding a ball and a Joker not holding a ball. And when I was learning the routine, I was like, well, wouldn't it be really cool just to do like a second deal and be able to actually have the ball disappear? So I kind of added that into that routine. But
So you're like... Oh, that's good.
yeah, so features of this deck, first of all, you've got the Jokers, which are very, very good. You've got the fact that the animation works. You don't have to have it in new deck order either. The animation will work whatever the order of the cards, which is pretty cool. And
So
the
I can
other
shuffle
thing...
them right now.
Yeah, and the other thing about this deck, which is very, very nice, is because each card is different slightly because of the animation, these cards are also marked. And they're marked in a very different way. Normally, when you see a deck of cards that's marked, it's looking for something in the corner of the card. This is done in a very different way. It's all to do with the roulette wheel in the middle. Like if you look at the positioning of the roulette wheels, they're actually positioned, like you can see that one's more at an angle while that one's straight on. The positioning of the roulette wheel actually tells you what the cards are. So it's actually really, I'll talk about it later. We're not going to talk about it now. I'll teach you later. I've got a deck of these for you as well, don't worry.
Yay!
Now the download comes with, you also get an extra card with this, which I've left up at the house, but you get an extra card, which is a red backed card as well. So you actually get a red backed card, and they have a really...
Red instead of black.
Yeah, so they have a really nice colour changing routine, colour changing deck on there.
Do they?
Yeah, where they pick a card and it looks like it's a red deck, and somebody picks a card and the card...
And then you just go...
No, the only card that they pick turns black and then the entire deck turns black. They've got a nice 3-card Monty style routine where you've got 3 cards and they're all red backed.
Do you do a red?
And then
red one? Or is it just black?
No, they only do a black deck, but you get one red card with it. Knowing them, they'll probably bring out a red deck as well. But this 3-card Monty is really cool. You've got 3 cards, they're all red, they mix them up, they pick one, that's the one that's turned black, and then the other 2 turn black, and then the deck turns black. There's so many different routines with this. They've got some really nice splitting ideas where that routine that I actually did in the performance, there's a 2-person version of that where 2 people pick cards. They stop the roulette wheel on a number, they deal down, it's the first person's card, and no, it's not. The first person picks an 8 of clubs, the second person picks a 2 of clubs, the roulette wheel spins, it goes to 20, say, they deal down to the 20th card, and it's a 10 of clubs, and you go, well, that's interesting, you picked an 8, you picked a 2, that makes 10, but watch this, and they split the 10 apart, and it turns into the 8 and the 2, which is really good. And so many routines on the download. When you consider that this is just a deck of cards that sells for like £6, £7, £8 or whatever it is, and you get a 2-hour download.
That's actually quite nice.
And it's a 2-hour download that allows you to do so much stuff. You could literally put a 10-minute act together with these playing cards. So people ask me on the channel sometimes, what are my favourite playing cards? The ones I use the most are cohorts, because I really like cohorts.
I got a cohort of Santa.
I know you did, yeah. Your first deck of cohorts. But my second favourite deck of cards are anything by the Mechanical Industries. I love Mechanical Industries.
My first is Star Wars, then it's probably the Shiner deck, and then probably Bicycle, and then the Tone Wheels.
There you go. Thanks for letting me know. But yeah, so this is highly recommended. You know what? 2-hour download. You'd pay $20 or $30 just for a 2-hour download without anything. You're paying like, what, $10 for this or something like that? You're getting a 2-hour download with really unique tricks, fully explained, really well explained, multi-camera.
Did you say 10 hours?
No, if I did, I'm an idiot. 2 hours. And you also get the deck of cards to go with it as well. And it's such a cool deck of cards. I mean, one of the reasons I use Mechanical Industries cards is when you do that animation, laymen love it. They just freak over this. You can literally do that for 5 minutes in a gig. So yeah, it's highly recommended. 100%. Very, very cheap. Really great routines that come with it. Just that routine that I performed for you is really commercial. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. 100%. I love it. What about you?
Yeah.
I've got a deck of these for you. What are you going to give it?
100.
100% from him, 100% from me. Definitely trick of the week this week.
And that's another review show in the bag.
That is another review show in the bag.
Let me try that again with your arm. And that's another review show in the bag.
Okay, fair enough. Did you just see your mommy looking at you? The disapproving look. Guys, thanks very much for checking out the channel. Thanks very much for watching the show. Let us know in the comments down below what's your favourite trick. Seriously, this is trick of the week for me. But let me know in the comments down below. Do you like Mechanical Industry cards?
Yes.
Can you recommend some more stuff from John Carey? Because I really like Stealth and I want to see some more stuff. Let me know in the comments down below what I should check out.
If you want to see buy FlipBook. Don't
buy FlipBook. Not a diss on Jota, but
don't
there's better
waste
stuff
your
out
money.
there.
Don't waste your money.
Don't waste your money. No, he is right. Don't waste
Jota,
your
we
money.
do love you though.
And yeah, we do love you. And we're going to be back next week. Make sure you follow him on YouTube. He is at The Kid Magician. And I am, well, you're here. You subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment down below, and we will see you again next Wednesday. I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland. Bye-bye.